A federal appeals court halted the execution of Johnny Johnson, saying it may constitute cruel and unusual punishment. Johnson confessed to killing 6-year-old Casey Williamson in a grisly 2002 murder in St. Louis County. Our political editor Mark Maxwell explains why the state's attorney general believes the state should put the convicted murderer to death anyway.
And there is a clear confession in this case, but there are questions about whether the state can execute someone with severe mental illness. Advocates pushing to keep Johnson alive say he's delusional, suffers from severe psychosis, and is not fit for execution.
When Casey Williamson disappeared in 2002, volunteers and police started a frantic search. They found the 6-year-old's body less than a mile from her home in a shallow grave under some rocks. 3 years later, Johnny Johnson confessed to her brutal murder in court. He said Casey fought back against his attempts to sexually assault her and that he used bricks and rocks to beat her to death. Missouri was prepared to carry out the death penalty against Johnson next Tuesday. The state Supreme Court signed off on it. Then, the federal 8th Circuit Court of Appeals stepped in.
We are hopeful.
Michelle Smith is with Missourians to abolish the death penalty.
And that there will be a competency hearing, which is what we're asking for, and his attorneys are asking for a competency hearing to determine Johnny's current condition and his competency to be executed.
Court documents show Johnson has a severe psychotic mental illness with hallucinations, delusions, and disorganized thought. According to a doctor who performed a competency evaluation, Johnson believes Satan is using the state of Missouri to execute him to bring about the end of the world. The 8th Circuit Court of Appeals said that may ultimately mean he's incompetent to be executed.
That definitely falls under cruel and unusual punishment.
In a counterfiling, Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey argued the court abused its discretion and asked the court to allow the state to put Johnson to death.
Johnny was experiencing severe psychosis, and he truly was under delusions and hallucinations, so he actually did not completely understand what he was doing and the aftermath of what had happened in this case, which is a tragedy overall.
Bailey's office did decline an interview while they argue this case in court. Johnson's lawyers have until September to file a fuller case in his defense.